the Most High for a generation, and we in this generation now. They shall come, meaning be born, as he just said, and shall declare his righteousness unto a people that shall be born. Declare his righteousness, which is keeping his laws, statutes, commandments. Unto a people that shall be born, that he have done this. The Most High has done this. He's done everything. He's worthy to be praised for everything. That he has done this. And he's done this coronavirus. Everything, you give glory to the Most High. He have his hands in it. Believe that. See, it's sad because people don't realize, and nobody's really, you look at the media, nobody's giving him the credit for anything. What do you get credit for? Nothing. That's why when it goes down, it's going to go down. Right now, go to Matthew, the 24th chapter. Mashiach Shai told us, Matthew 24 and verse 3. Let's look. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Now we know, well, if you don't know, you're going to know. All praise to the Most High's word. In 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, and the 7th verse, it says, 2nd Ezra 6 and 7 in the Apocrypha, it says, Then answered I and said, they want to know when is the end of the world, right? So 2nd Ezra 6 and 7 says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the party asunder of the times? Meaning this world that we're living in now, to what shall be the parting asunder of times, or when shall be the end of the first, the world that we're living in now, and the beginning of it that followeth. The world that's going to come after this world is eradicated, done away with. This is what he said. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, Abraham had a son named Isaac. When Jacob and Esau were born, Jacob and Esau were born to Isaac. Of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. They were fighting in the womb. You go to Genesis 25th chapter, 25th verse, say Esau's, and Jacob was born at that time. For Esau is the end of the world. For Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. See? For Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So he's letting you know that Esau would have to be ruling during the end of the world. And after Esau ruled, Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, is the beginning of it that followeth. Gonna rule the world next. We got next. The children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. We got next. So it's very important that we see this in the spirit to know what these scriptures are talking about. To be able to bring forth the understanding of those that don't know. They don't know. And they never gonna know. As we just read, they're not gonna know. The way of the Most High, the way of Mashiach Yahushua. Go back to Psalms 102. So it says, this shall be written for the generations to come. Verse 18. This shall be written for the generations to come, And the people which shall be created shall praise the Most High. They're going to praise the Most High. For he hath looked down from the height of his sanctuary. From heaven did the Most High behold the earth. Most High looked down from the height of his sanctuary. From heaven did he look down upon this earth. Can you imagine that? Most High sitting on his heavenly throne and looking down on the earth. Psalms 102 and 19. For ye have looked down from the height of his sanctuary. From heaven did the Most High behold the earth, to hear the groaning of the prisoner, to loose those that are appointed to death. Hear that? To hear the groaning of the prisoner. And we the prisoner. We the ones in captivity. To loose those that are appointed to death. To declare the name of the Most High in Zion among the 12 tribes of Israel, and his praise in Jerusalem. Say, when the people are gathered together and the kingdoms to serve the Most High while Mashiach Yahushua. That's what's going to happen. That's the end result. The people are going to be gathered together and the kingdoms to serve the Most High. And to serve a Mashiach Yahushua. So some of you say, oh, I don't have to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to do that. If you don't want to do it, it's okay. Psalm 60 and 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Finished. That's what he say. So, when you look at this is why you got to give all the glory to the Most High. Humble yourself before the Most High. Humble you in a way that you can't even imagine. It tells you it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. And see, people are falling into the hands of the living power, and his judgment is coming down. It's coming down, people. Go back to Matthew, the 24th chapter. He said Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob's the beginning of it that follow it. They asked him, when shall the sign of his coming be? And when shall be the end of the world? And he told them. Verse 4, Matthew 24 and 4. And Mashiach answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Don't let nobody lie to you. A bunch of liars in this world right now. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. Many shall come in his name. People come in his name, Christian, or representing the Mashiach, representing Jesus Christ or whatever. And it's going to deceive many, he's saying. Because anybody that you listen to should be showing you a way to find your name written in the book of life. If they ain't talking about that, you better question it. So you say, many shall come in my name, many coming in his name, and shall deceive many. And you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. See, all these things we looking at right now have come. Wars and rumors of wars. All over the world. For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, food shortages. Go to the store, you can't find nothing right now. And pestilences, what's that? That's the diseases. Like they say in the coronavirus disease or pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places, earthquakes in different places. You see this happening right now. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Sorrows. Look how many people dying today. That's why he told you in verse 12, and because iniquity, wickedness, sins, transgressions, shall abound, shall be plentiful in the earth. Because they tell you not under the law. The love of many shall wax cold. The love of many shall wax cold. People that don't love, they don't really know what love is. Keeping the commandments, being in order, following orders, and not following their own little vain opinion. Allowing Satan to come in and have them make the wrong judgment. That's their power. Satan. You got to understand this. Either you rolling with the Most High or Mashiach, you rolling with Satan and his imps. Choose life with the Most High and Mashiach, or death with Satan. They'd have chose death. Made a covenant with death. Why they don't know the Most High? A lot of you don't know the Most High. Why you gonna be a bunch of goats? You put the sheep on the right hand and the goats on the left. Y'all following the way of the goats. It's a spiritual thing. It's a mentality that you have as them, that pride in you. So many people filled with pride and envy and jealousy. For what? What do you say? And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end. Jacob is the beginning of it, that follower. Esau is the end of the world. You got to endure to the end. The same shall be saved. The same gonna be saved. You got to endure to the end, though. But you got to endure right and righteously, and not with all this spirit of the devil, children of the devil. See, we done sinned against the Most High. We as the Israelites. Therefore, we don't have no escape from this except for to repent and come back to the Most High's law, statutes, commandments. And have a broken and contrite spirit before him. Or you can choose the death. Ezekiel 22:20. This is who we serve. This is who I serve. See, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, put all these metals in this furnace to melt it. So will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. Hear what he said? So I'm going to leave you there and melt you. That don't give you the fear of the Most High. You see, Daniel, he trembled. He was scared when the angel of the Most High came before him to give him the word of the Most High. Here you are all macho thinking you all this and that. And you women thinking that you something that you're not. They say men gonna be afraid in these times that we in now. So how you think you women gonna be? Just hold on to your machoism. She'll say men gonna be afraid. There's some serious times we in right now, y'all. Most I said, hey, you don't want to follow him? You want to choose death? He said, I'm gonna melt you. 21, yeah, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I, the Most High, have poured out my fury upon you. And as to the wicked of all these heathen nations that don't want to follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, don't know the Most High, don't know Mashiach, and all you wicked Israelites, he gonna melt you, as it is written. That's we got opportunity not to be melted. That's that lake of fire, y'all. He's not playing, but see, people want to play around and just look at individuals. You better understand who you're talking about. Look, go to Jeremiah 4:4. Jeremiah 4:4. Circumcise yourselves to the Most High, and take away the foreskins of your heart. Take away the foreskins of your mind. Take that veil off of your mind. Hard-headed, stiff-necked Israelites say, take that foreskin off your mind, ye men of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem, lest my fury come forth like fire. See, the Most High is consuming fire. Lest my fury come forth like fire and burn that none can quench it. You hear that? and burn so nobody can put it out because of the evil of your doings. That's why we got to come back to his law, statutes, commandments, or you're going to burn. You're going to be thrown in the lake of fire. And those that are righteous, trying to be the best they can in the eyes of the Most High, not man, but in the eyes of the Most High, because man will lead you straight to hell with him. Look at Revelation 7 in verse 13. And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, what are these which are arrayed in white robes? And whence came they? Where did these come from? Who are these that are arrayed in white robes, and where did they come from? And he said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, these are they which came out of great tribulation. You hear that? These are they which came out of great tribulation. That's what's going to be on this earth. What we seeing right now. The beginning of the sorrows. They came out of great tribulation and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Therefore are they before the throne of the Most High, the Mashiach, and serve him day and night in his temple. And he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more. Neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. For the Lamb of Mashiach Yahushai, which is in the midst of the throne, shall feed them, and shall lead them unto living foundations of waters. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. No more crying, no more tear ducts, no more sadness, no more weakness, nothing but strength and power with the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushai. But you're going to have those that want to follow the way of the goat and not the sheep. 12 tribes of Israel. And this is their fate. This is what happened with them. Look at Revelations 19 and 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received a mark of the beast. And you don't know. They talking about a vaccine. Don't tell them what they gonna put in it. You know, all these different ways that they have us perpetrating the fraud in dealing with righteousness, and you dealing with the mark of the beast all along. Receive the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image, you worship his image. Here goes his image right here. Here goes his image. Bam. That's his image. Not only that, the image of the character. You a goat. You acting like he's the one that's going to lead you to eternal life. You following the goat. Your mindset is like a goat. You think like him. You talk about him, but you think like him. You act like him. But you see, lifted up their head in pride. You very prideful. No humility, not knowing how to be in order. You just like him. You a goat. That's his image. His character. Like the Most High made us in His image, giving us His laws, statutes, commandments. His laws, statutes, commandments. That's how we in His image. You ain't in His image if you're not doing what He say do. You wicked as ever. He don't deal with you. He not dealing with you. He ain't dealing with no wicked. These both were cast alive, not dead, but these both were cast alive into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone. And the remnant was slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse. This is Mashiach Yahushua. Slain with the sword of him that sat upon his horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. Hear that? And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. Say, verse 15, and out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it, the sharp sword, he should smite or kill the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. That rod of iron is the laws of the Most High. And he treaded the winepress of the fierceness of the wrath of almighty power. Say. So either you got a choice to choose life or death. Because he told you in Revelation 20 and 15. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. See, understand this and understand this. That lake of fire, you talk about that here in Revelation 2. Many places. But he speaks about it. Look at Revelation 6 and verse 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll. Heaven, you're like a scroll. Like they had a Bible and a scroll. You roll it together, rolled together. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. See? And every mountain and island was moved out of their places. Moved out of their places. This is what we can consider a great nuclear destruction. That's all we can, account it for in our day today. And the heaven departed as a scroll, like that atomic bomb they dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima in Japan. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. And every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, hide us from the face of he that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. They're going to be saying, hide us from the face of the Most High. And Mashiach Yahushua, for the great day of his wrath has come. And who shall be able to stand? You understand? Jeremiah 16:16. They're going to be hiding up in the rocks, it says. Sound like mountains to me. Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Most High. And we fishing right now. The 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. And they shall fish them. And after, it's only a certain amount of time that this word going to be coming out as it is. Will I send for many hunters? I'm going to send for these hunters. And they shall hunt them from every mountain. Just before the mountain's going to be moved out of their place. From every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. You hear that? Out of the holes of the rocks, out of the caves and so forth in the mountains. For mine eyes are upon all their ways. Most I see everything. His eyes upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face. Neither is their iniquity, their wicked is their sins, hid from mine eyes, he's saying. That's why we got to really look at this. And come back to the Most High. Before it's too late. Because just like you're going to have our people right there, Israelites right there with them. You'll be right there with them. Hiding right out with them. This is serious. Understand this. By the time, go to Isaiah 34:5. By the time this goes down, everybody going to be cleaving to the children of Israel, it says, because of the fact of the Most High going to get him a name. Nobody want to acknowledge him for no coronavirus. COVID-19, they say. They going to call it that, but what about the Most High? He ruleth in the kingdom of men. Look at Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Heaven is talking about powers and authority on this earth. That's heaven. This is talking about. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. You look up Idumea. Matter of fact, I think I do have it. In the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, Idumea is Edom, Rome. How about that? Idumea. Edom, Rome. So that's representing the same ones that put him Shai to death. Right? The Romans. They're the ones that put him to death. Why anybody talking about that? And speaking of that, get Romans that put him to death. Let's see. Here they are right here. Revelations 1 and 7. Revelation the 1st chapter, 7th verse. Says he coming back to judge and make war. This is what's going to happen when he come back. Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds. The clouds are the chariots of the Most High. Psalms 104 and 3. And every eye shall see him. So don't worry about nobody telling you he's over here, he's over there. Say every eye gonna see him. Everybody gonna see him when he come back. And they also which pierced him. Who pierced him? The Roman soldiers. They gonna be there to see him. And all kindreds of the earth shall wail, gonna be crying because of him. Now let's look at Isaiah 34:5. For my soul shall be bathed in heaven. That's power from the authority on this earth, this heaven. You got the sky, the firmament, the ozone layer, the second heaven. You got the third dimension, fourth dimension where the Most High dwells, the third heaven. For my soul shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Remember, Esau is the end of the world. Idumea is Edom, Rome. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. People of his curse to judgment. So the Mashiach has come to judge and make war. You got to take out those that's in power. The kings of the earth. The sword of the Most High is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness. And with the blood of lambs and goats. With the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Most High hath a sacrifice in Basra. And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Let you know. Be a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. That's why he said, and I know a lot of y'all probably think it's hate, but it's the truth. Isaiah 14:21. It say, prepare slaughter for his children. Why? For the iniquity of their fathers. I ain't got to pay for what they did. No. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, when he do this, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. That's what the Most High is saying. Is that right? Is that justice? Yes, it is. Why? Because Lamentations 5 and 7. Our forefathers have sinned. Our forefathers sinned. We the chosen of the Most High, the 12 tribes of Israel, who the Bible's talking to, and are not. They're not here. And we, who are living now, have carried their iniquities. So, that's just justice. That's how the Most High is. He's a just power. Everybody have opportunity to come back to his laws, statutes, commandments. Or, if not, then you're going to suffer the judgment. And with that, I'm going to close. I hope that was edifying for you. It's a little spiritual meat for you. If you'd like further information, you can reach me, Priest Awam, at P.O. Box 20012, Long Beach, California, 90801-3012. And with that, I'm out. Shalom.